I've been anticipating this one. Single-player mystery adventure remake, Alone in the Dark. If you remember when it was revealed, they had a little prologue demo, and I checked it out, and I really liked it. A lot of cool graphics and a lot of mystery adventure. What else can I call it? But then it didn't really do so good when it came out. It was this mix of a third-person shooter story game, kind of copying maybe the remakes of Resident Evil, and there are a lot of glitches in the beginning. Losing keys, getting soft locked out, enemies falling through the floor. So the game didn't really do so hot. In fact, I think after they bug patched the entire title, the whole team got fired. And I mean, hey, another one bites the dust, right? But they gave it to me for free on PS Plus, so I'm gonna check it out now. Alone in the Dark, new game. Just standard, very standard. What is this now? Let's look at the difficulty. Takes focus on the story, standard experience, intended difficulty, or for extra challenge. Standard sounds perfect. A little bit of action, right? With a dash of puzzling. Fine for me. But now this is where we get into the extra guidance. Extra help provided to make the experience smoother and easier, including hints and helpful highlights versus old school for those who want to figure out everything for themselves, so no extra systems to guide the player. So the original Alone in the Dark was even more original survival horror than Resident Evil 1. It was modeled after point and click adventure games that really gave you no guidance. So the old King's Quest and Day of the Tentacle, where you're trying to, or LeChuck, you're trying to walk around and gather items and figure out, does this item, do I give this girl this cheese and then she undoes her handkerchief and then I can cover my mouth when somebody farts and then I can walk through the room, like all these weird logical mix of use item puzzles. That was the nascent idea for the puzzle adventure design. And then it led into this game where, okay, we're going to get 3D modeling now, we're going to walk around a room now and a house now, and we're going to walk into a corner where the camera doesn't show you there's an item to pick up. So Alone in the Dark was like the first survival horror game in 3D on PC, which led to Silent Hill and which led to Resident Evil 1. So a lot of people don't know about the Alone in the Dark franchise. But because it's a modern game, do I really want to stumble and struggle with, what room did I go in before? What key has an ammo counter on before? So we're going to do modern, and that's just that. The way the developers intended before they got fired. Graphics are looking great. You're in this little Ernest Hemingway bayou, which I like. Kind of got a Red Dead 2 look to it, I like that post-Civil War, pre-industrial era, between, right? I like a nice World War I setting, just in between. It's a direct ripoff of Resident Evil 7.
So, your uncle, what's wrong with him?
He's possessed.
As in the devil?
Something like that. He says a dark man is following him, watching him at all times.
What do you make of it?
It's nonsense, of course. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me. You see, it runs in my family.
Possession?
No, detective. Deteriorating melancholy. Practically every member of the Hartwood family is driven mad before they grow old.
So we don't know who these guys are. I know the one on the right's the detective. Who's the girl on the
Jeremy
left?
didn't kill himself. Is that why he's at their setup?
Despite being convinced that he is truly possessed, he decided to put his last chips on Dr. Gray and his psychoanalysis, figuring he might stumble upon some cure.
So this is what, early 30s? This is right around when psychology kind
You
of
mentioned
became
a
this
letter.
applied science.
I received a disturbing letter from
Emily
Jeremy
Harwood.
accusing the staff and all the other patients of being involved in some cult. And now they are also out to get him.
Could it be real? Or is it all just in his head?
It's a story he tells himself, Mr. Carnby. Anything to avoid the truth.
Which is?
That we're all terribly insignificant. That people mean so very little to one another. That there is no one out to get Jeremy Hartwood because he isn't worth getting.
Here we
So
are.
he's going old and he's got like, you know, Alzheimer's or something, and he's coming face to face with his death. You know, what has he done up until now? If he leaves, who will remember him?
My uncle's not well, Mr. Carnby. I want to make sure he's all right.
Then what's my part in this? You couldn't get a cab?
I just wouldn't feel safe going alone.
So we're checking on her uncle, who has deteriorating Alzheimer's and
Did you bring a gun?
exaggerated melancholy.
Yeah. You think it'll actually come to that?
No. But you might need to wave it around depending on how agreeable the staff will be.
What exactly are we gonna do when we find Jeremy?
I don't know. Let's just find him first.
So let's see. So we're checking on her uncle, who's pretty much losing his mind, but he's not insane yet. And he thinks that there's people after him, but he lives in a house full of staff. So if he's seeing people checking on him in the middle of the night or walking around the house, it makes sense that there's people, you know, it makes sense that he thinks, oh, there's people out to get me. So they're probably, you know, a doctor's coming in psychoanalyzing him, nurses are coming in and giving him sponge baths, you know. And so then he's taking all these pills at night, and he just, his dream is kind of sorting out what happened during the day. And he's going, you know, he's getting old. He's not nuts, he's just old. Edward Carnby, David Harper, well, I don't need to know the voice actor's name. I mean, get off your high horse, you know. Emily Hartwood, Jodie Comer. Well, okay. I want to play as the dude. I want to play as this guy. So we're going to do him. I don't know if the story changes, if this is some Leon A, Claire B. I don't know that, but let's get through one playthrough first. Like I said, it was real glitched out the first time. And it's almost worth getting like a disc PS5
Hello?
and a physical
What's the
copy of the
band?
game to
It
play it
can't be.
unpatched, just to see.
There has to be someone around.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Wait here. I'll go around back.
Like, yeah, I don't know if they have different paths or anything. That'd be pretty cool. Make two different playthroughs. I mean, I won't, but the developers did. And I think they're working on their next game at the next company. All right, so we're in there. Objectives: look for a way inside the house. Click L3 to run. R2 aims. I'm already aiming my gun, so we're ready to get in there. I'm guessing that R2 when aiming fires. L1 looks. Square triangle. Triangle sneak mode. Circle is a dodge. Maybe fire off a warning shot. Test square for the reload. Maybe a nice always run setting would be helpful. I'm in the stable. Look at this.
Now what do we got here?
Flashlight. It's a clue. Kitchen garden key. Open. Kitchen garden key. Back view. Yeah, okay. What? Click R to switch your flashlight on and off. Okay. What's the touchpad do? It opens all my stuff. So my objectives, a map, investigation. Edward Carnby, PI license. What is the difference between the archive, chapter 1 and 2, and this? Okay, just look at this stuff. I hate to say it, but I'm not going to look at this stuff. And if they put a lot of effort into letting us look at clues just to get more lore, but it's not really important to play the game, kind of not, kind of didn't need to do that. Sets completed. Linea pas. I don't know what that means. Did I go in that stable? Let's see. So it just started. I guess if I had modern mode turned off, it would not have shown me that clue or that highlight. But, you know, I think the highlights are a little easy enough, right? Locked door. So it teaches me how to use items. I almost wouldn't mind turning the item highlight off, you know? And then look, like it shows me that right underneath, through the door, right? So if that was turned off and I walk through, but then I might miss it, but then you would say, well, why have a critical item to the right of the door just to get me lost? You know, so it's like, it all comes back to design. Look, open it up, pick it up, pistol bullets. So it's like, is it the worst thing in the world that I miss ammo? No. But I mean, they could have left it here, and then when I run for it, some guy slams me into the wall and startles me. I'm just saying, like, knowing about level design and what you want to set up for the player, you know, but I don't know what their vision is. I don't know what their vision is. I'm playing the fully...
No, I'm not getting in there.
Not getting in there. You know, the fully articulated... I don't know, the pop-ups, kind of a bit of a distraction. You see what I'm saying? Gameplay. Difficulty, player guidance, modern. Text highlighting. Important part of clues and notes are highlighted. Map highlighting. Okay, dynamic objectives. Reveal interaction points. Become more. Let's turn this off. Custom. Let's turn this off and see what happens. So now I run back here. But I picked that up, but that's still there. It's still there. It's still showing me. You know? So. Gameplay. I mean, may as well, right? Audio text display. Audio text. Miss. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Is it better to get through the experience faster and just have it? Or is the experience they want, you know, do they want the experience to be a puzzle, you know, looking at the environment? Or do they want it to be, look, it revealed it. Or do they want it to be just ripping through the adventure? So where would you go first, the door or the little chutes and ladder? Blast her head off. What's down there? So something's down there that I can't reach yet. Now, I think that it would be better if they didn't show that little circle. That's what I'm saying. And because it's just, and it's not about revealing an interaction point. It's about the heads up display. That little icon pulls away from the mise en scène. You know? Look, text highlighting. Important parts of clues and notes are highlighted. So what if I turn that off? That's still on. Yeah, clues and notes. That's not this. Map highlighting. On the map. Clues and text. More objectives will be provide hints on what needs to be done to progress. Can't imagine why it and I already tried shutting this off. What if I turn it on old school? It's still there. I don't want that interaction. You fucked up. We'll just do modern. Full modern. And Blitzkrieg this game. Alone in the dark. I was hiding shit behind the doors. I do like the kind of hot green look that this place has got. Okay, so then now I like it there, right? Oh, maybe I can interact with that pot. I would have never thought to interact with that pot. But I came down close to it, right? Harper's key. So I got a key line. Wouldn't you think it'd be better to put it on the seat like, someone must have been sitting here and it fell out of their pocket. Dude, I'm such a fucking creative genius, dude. I really should go into game design. I just know. I'm the best. I've never even done it. It's ridiculous. Story of my life. Great everything I fucking do. Alright, let's take a drink. I never really looked at... There you go, the D-pad, right? Pull my gun out. Put my gun away. Alright, fake door. You know, because they don't want it to be like Silent Hill 2, which came out after. And it's just, you know, making people tear their hair out and look up a 20-year-old, you know, walkthrough on game FAQs. They don't want you to have to do that, right? The locked door, housekeeper's key. So, but see, here's the thing. I didn't even see that door and notice that it was locked. And, oh, it's locked. Gotta look around the environment. And then it's like, oh, maybe it's in this broken pot. Well, okay. You showed it to me with the icon. It's alright, though. Look for way in the house and find the front door for Emily to let her inside. Another thing I noticed is that, see, like, look again. Aim in my highlight right there.
Mind if I do?
Pick it up. That's the thing. If I would have walked past here and there's nothing highlighted, and then I would have walked in and looked, I think that it should be here on top of the door that's now rolling. Whoa! We got a ghost in here. You know? I want to look around the corner. Bam, some ammo. Give me that. As opposed to, hey, there's an item in here. Look, we're going to circle it, and you're going to walk by. I still have to turn around and look at the rest of the room. You know? Hang something on this rack. What is going on here? All right. It's a spooky house. It's a spooky dolly. You know? It's a great camera. Hey, they did their best. Imagine being told... I guess they weren't told. They were told, hey, that $60 mystery game we made, it's really glitched out and it's not selling well. So you got to fix it in the next 2 months. And they're like, we want to fix it. We want to do right by our fans. And then being told you're fired after we fixed it. Hold L1 to take a closer look at the environment. This may reveal nearby interaction points. But here's the thing. Oh, so now look. Okay, now here's what I want to happen. Here's what I want to happen. I never want to see that stuff again, and then when I want to hint, I'm going to look at the nearby environment. Through the desk. X-ray looking. X-ray looking. X-ray looking. You could go close, right? You could go close. Hey, it comes up here, right? And all these little, you know, how close of a proximity do you want to be in the level until we reveal the hint to you, right? Do you want a little, you know, it's like those psychological tests they make you take. Not even, you know, because you're seeing a shrink, but just because you're trying to apply for a job, you know. If you had a bad interaction with a coworker, how likely are you to report them to HR? You know, very most certainly not likely, or definitely not, probably, yeah, you would report them. I don't know. Take more ammo. I'm gonna need it. Turn around, pick it up from behind. Open it up. And now I'm just banging through. I'm not even looking at the environment. I'm not the character in the environment investigating the mystery, looking L1 to see interaction points I may have missed. I'm the gamer outside the screen, running toward the waypoint. Well, what do I need to do? Hold the analog stick toward the circle, and then tap X, pick it up, and we're gaming. Like, do you want me to get immersed, or you want me to just complete the task? What do you want me to do? I'm investigating the manor. Treasure chest, pick it up. Don't let me wonder what's in there. You just see the circle. Ignore everything else. Oh, hanging pigs. Ignore that. Nice. Rat Boys. Open. What is this? Forbidden knowledge. What does this mean? The Great Depression.
What was that?
Leonapes are non-essential items that you can find through the game. Completing sets will uncover forbidden knowledge, and sometimes even more. Does that help me? They carry over from game to game. Some sets can't even be completed without playing both campaigns. Okay. It'd be cool if you would automatically open the door, but maybe the door closing is going to be useful when there's more enemies. I mean, I have a gun. They are preparing me. They are preparing me to need to fight. And that's open too. I'm really getting around this place, right? In the dungeon. In the dungeon, right?
Please do not touch the book.
Clue. Am I supposed to be reading these clues? Maybe I'm supposed to be reading these clues to learn the lore. Investigation, no. The objectives, change notes, play, investigation, close, examine, archive, no. Wait, here we go. Lasting debt. Oh shit. Why am I hearing from this person? The job and the something. Better not be thinking about something off before me. I don't know. Lasting debt. Family Bible. What was this? What was this clue? Touch the boiler. It's working. Sabotage has caused a leak. Only the decoration has been ruined. I don't know that I need to read this stuff. This is a no clue run. I'm officially stating it right here. This is a no clue run. Because I don't like learning story by reading. Boiler. Alright. Sliding puzzle. Okay. And if I run through there, I'm gonna get killed.
There's something missing.
It's broken. Ow. Okay. So it doesn't want me to go through there. What if I select? Can't select it. So there's a missing piece. So they block me off. What happens if I hit up on the D-pad? What is that? Look at this. Secret door. And if it had not been for that little flash of the interaction point, I would have walked right by it. So there are things in this level where based on the camera and your eyes and the path through the level, you don't naturally swing your eye gaze across this item as you're walking by it to see it. So they got to put an interaction point through the wall so you know you can press X here. Going upstairs. Let me go downstairs first. I mean, it is a level design issue. And the only reason I'm being so harsh on it is because I really was excited to play this game. And I really like, I really like mystery and adventure. And then the game was such a buggy mess. I didn't pick it up when it was first released, and then the whole studio got closed. So it's kind of like, okay, well, let's see, based on what they what they were able to fix, let's treat it as though this is the real game, and let's see what's so good or bad about it. It's it's successfully a third-person game so far. I opened that object and there was nothing in there, so I wonder if this is it's one of those like, now they're going to start throwing the empty drawers at us, right? Locked gate. I need the key. Locked gate. I need the key. So far, I like it. I like the idea of roaming around this 3D environment. I wish that there were not these big circles showing me every little thing I could interact with. And even with classic guidance, I can't adjust it off. What do you think? Through this door? Through this door. Probably a water closet, right? Old tub. What's in there? A blurry, foggy mirror. Look, open this, there's nothing. Maybe if it were the girl... Maybe if it were the girl, I could get in. Let me do one door at a time. Well, looks like it's jammed. Let me do one door at a time. And so,
Sunday, June 22nd. I spent all day looking.
Looking for Jeremy. Cassandra is upset I didn't get the latest shipment of pain medication that Wright's brought. I don't know who Wright is or Cassandra is. Pain medication. Should have given it to her. Playing inside the grand parlor, a strange rot. I'll figure it out. This is a no clue run. This is a no clue run. I'll figure out the clue and I'll assume the story. Locked medicine box. Okay, so I don't have that yet. What else was I saying? It's kind of weird that we're just running around this house. It's kind of weird that I'm running around this house.
I need the key.
No one has, Is it an abandoned house? I thought we were here.
It's wedged shut. It's wedged shut.
I thought that we were here to, help the other girl's, like, uncle or whatever. And so he's kind of allowing strangers to come in.
Looks important.
He's kind of just allowing strangers to come in and, run through his whole house. And I haven't run into any help. I haven't run into him. I mean, wouldn't you be freaked out too? He's already paranoid enough, and now we're running around his house? What clues do I have? Or I should really not say what clues do I have, but what happens if I press up? I'll probably drink for my health. Oh shit, I didn't see that. The floor plan. So let's see what this map looks like. Oh boy. Player location. Puzzle solvable, explored, completed, locked, unlockable. So solvable means now I have the piece, unlockable means now I have the key. I gotta admit, I like all these additional hints. Highlight the clue, highlight the door map, bolted, blocked, door. So what are all these? I see the puzzles, kitchen, garden, explored, completed. Okay. What is this? The mezzanine. What is this? Bolted or blocked, locked. So there's no unlockable door. I just kind of have to run around again. Do I have... But it doesn't tell me what kind of keys I have, right? Piazza key. Well, duh. Open. Now I have a key. So then now let's look at the map. And now it should show me which door is unlockable. There's only one. By the stairwell. Look, hold to open the map. Map is updated with information about the world, including locked doors and unsolvable puzzles. So now I have this. So they're just teaching me how to use the clues and whatever else. I could fall down there, which would be bad. And most of this I can just do, you know, just thinking in my head with a 3D map of the manor. Don't need to keep consulting some you know, some map or some objective screen. Push it open. What about the rest of this stuff? Uh-oh.
Thanks.
What are you doing? Who are you?
Whoa, pardon me, excuse me.
I made it through the whole house without running into anybody.
Investigator. I hope you don't mind we let ourselves inside.
I do mind. This is private property. You can't just barge in here.
I'm sorry about all this, but I'm looking for my uncle. It's urgent, and no one was answering the door.
We can't hear you knocking anymore. None of us can. Who is your uncle, darling?
At the older one.
Am I right? She has that Heartwood glue, doesn't she?
That's right. I'm Emily Hartwood. I just came to make sure my uncle is all right.
Well, he is unavailable right now. You will have to come back another day.
Unavailable how? Is he sleeping? We can wait.
He's lost.
The glow on his hand is reflecting on the floor.
Who's your man again, Miss Hartwood?
My name's Edward Carnby. I'm a private investigator.
Splendid.
Enough! All of you! Get back to your rooms! McCarthy, keep your eyes on the child. And you two, please leave immediately.
Look, we're not here to cause any trouble. Just let us see the old man, satisfy the curiosity of my client here, and we'll be off.
Jeremy has gone missing. There's no need to worry, but it might be some time before he turns up. The whole staff is looking for him.
What?
So
He
he's
ran off?
gone.
I don't have time for any of this. Please, come back tomorrow.
All right, in that case, we'll just wait in his room. You don't mind, do you? It's upstairs, right?
Wait, you can't.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In the corridor. It's the first door on your left. I'll tell Dr. Gray you're here.
Excellent. Thank you, madam.
So now they're introducing more characters. So then are those other people her family? We really missed a lot of doors in that, the rest of that room.
All right, here we are.
Let's look around. See if we can dig up any clues.
Search his room for clues. I mean, I missed a lot of places. I missed a lot of places in the downstairs manor. That stop motion mirror. Well, the good news is if there's any clues, they'll show it to us. They'll show it to us with the highlight. In the middle of the room.
Anything important I should look out for? Did he keep a diary?
Not that I know of, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Clue
Every
book.
night the dark man stands opaque at the threshold of my room, counting
Count the days until his spirit of his tired shape. See, I told you, it's just his doctor. It's just his doctor. Would have looked the same as my father if he struggled. I wish I could rest my soul. Convent of Torella, Signor Perosi. That's a clue. This is a no clue run, though. Look, painted tile. Okay. So now I can do that block boiled puzzle key, I think. I don't know why he's going mad. And he's decorating his room with these weird skeleton sculptures. Locked box. Painted tile. Select.
Hey, you know anything about this? Looks like some sort of talisman.
No, I don't. Oh, help me out here, will you?
He's got these picture frames in his room.
I would kill the guy to throw some of this stuff out. I'd be crazy too if I had this much junk lying around.
This feels kind of slow, to be honest with you. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of... That's kind of how noir is. There's like
wow.
these slow pannings.
It's striking. I want to
Kinda
save this one.
holding and zooming in. Is this just gonna be like Call of Cthulhu where he's like... You see what I mean? Like... He's just painted himself over and over again?
Alright, come on. I want to go see Dr. Gray. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And he's gonna get, you know, the ringing in his ear. He's gotta hold on to his sanity just to
Miss
complete
Hartwood.
one last case.
Emily?
Looks darker. Looks a little blue and red. Uh-oh. You stare at the painting and Cthulhu comes for you.
What the hell is going on? Where am I?
Teleported somewhere else. Investigate the corner store. Let's see this here. New clues in the room. They gotta teach me how to shoot this shit. Locked steamer trunk still. So you can run through the doors. Broom handle. That's the flashlight. Can I switch sides? I usually don't like to shoulder swap, but sometimes it is useful. Pistol's full. Like how the music just cut out immediately. Oh, I'm stuck in the wall. I'm stuck in the wall. Square to reload. Can I open doors? No. Wasn't there a second guy? So I don't know if headshots are better or what. It's spooky, you can't really tell if you're still in his manor or not. I don't know if it's worth like running through and you know what I mean? Like, is the game do they want you to play fast-paced or slow? I guess whatever you can get away with. Oh yeah, the light. I'm stuck. Can't go that way, he said.
What the hell is going on?
Items can be thrown at enemies or used to distract them. Tap R2 to quickly throw item. Hold R2 to aim. Distract what enemy? It didn't even make a sound. L3 to sprint. To drink. I wonder if the harder difficulty gives you like more or less items. Can't go that way. Alright, the bike shop. Before I go in there, let's explore here. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it reminds me of a lot of the mystery type games, like Alan Wake 1 and Heavy Rain. So, which is the way I want to go? I guess you can explore anywhere. Because there was that bookshop. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to explore stuff the first time I see it. Because, like this bookshop, clearly it's not that the bookshop is the last place you want to look at. If it's the first place they show you. So he runs. Alright, there's kind of a little bit of... There's enough of auto-aim. There's enough auto-aim where it's not really worth... There's enough auto-aim where it's not really worth... rapid firing. You can kind of let the gun focus and recenter on itself.
Don't let them get inside, Carnby. They're not the good kind.
Are you... Is this your store?
I see in
I don't
stop
know
motion.
who's here. We both strangers in Jeremy's story.
Jeremy did this. How?
The pack with the dog man. Jeremy warned us, but we didn't think much of it.
I'm Detective Edward Carnby. I was hired by Jeremy's niece to find him.
Oh, yeah? How much she paying you?
$150.
She's sure getting her money's worth tonight. Are you a thinking man, Carnby?
No, not if I can help it.
You know, I think Jeremy's hiding in a way we can't find him. He has this juju necklace that guides him.
The talisman?
That's right. It's some magic charm he got from Miss Jackson down the street.
The voodoo priestess?
You know surprising things, Carnby. Yeah, the Mama Loa. Here, take the key. I locked the gate to save her place from all the ghouls and goblins getting inside. Maybe if you go there, you can find some clues to show you the way.
Thanks. I'll have a look.
So Emily's uncle is Jeremy. Emily's uncle is Jeremy. And he's been stricken by Cthulhu. At this point, I've played probably 4 different games talking about this. So it's not really an original story anymore. But with that being said, at least we know what we're getting into, right? His, So he went to the voodoo priestess. Pick it up. So that I don't have to read. What about this? More ammo. Pick it up. And I'm stuck. So what does he have to say? Because it's part of the game. Reading and listening.
You want to come along?
Nah, I'm gonna stay here for a while.
Good dialogue.
Anything I can do for...
It would have been cooler if he could make him come along. Like, I think the game needs to be a little bit faster paced, like a little bit more action. You know, Resident Evil 7. Here, take this knife. I'll open the garage. So at least I have a key. And all these clues. Pipe as a weapon. Nice. Well, and then he doesn't do it. R1 for quick attack. All right. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
My weapon broke.
My weapon broke. Fuck. My weapon broke. What did I throw at it? Alright, he's dead. Threw him behind me? No. I wonder what he thinks these monsters are. Can't go that way. Maybe I don't really want to run that much. Well, I mean, I kind of want to get it over with. The fog. Yeah. Alright, so I have a key. So R1. Well, if I don't have a weapon, why can't I just throw a punch? That doesn't really make much sense. You know? Like, what am I going to do if I run out of my ammo? Hatchet.
I can't go that way.
Can't go that way. Why do you need to ring the bike bell? Is that another distraction? Well, I mean, this whole game is a distraction, but... So R1. And I have the key. What's up top? I really like this kind of environment where, like... Not for a video game, but... Like, just like... That the humidity and the palm trees. Okay, you fell down. So what do you think? Should I spend my ammo now, or should I save it and spend my hatchet now? And he's like, woo, that was close, but there's still the guy up top. Yeah, pick that up. What happened to auto loot? That's like the one thing that Last of Us did right. Auto looting. I guess I'll spend my hatchet because... I mean, I have it, right? May as well use it. I can't tell how many bullets they take. Maybe 6? Round. Alright. I'm going to see the Juju woman.
I recognize this place. It's Miss Jackson's seance parlor. Let's see if she's got any information on Jeremy's talisman.
The seance parlor.
It's the talisman, like the one in the painting.
So that's the talisman in the painting, but was it the same talisman that Jeremy was using to hang around his neck and ward off? Don't have a key.
I think it's meant for the talisman.
Rotate disc, switch disc.
I think it needs numbers, like coordinates. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes. Whoops. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes. Ah, fuck. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes. A book filled with Jeremy's useful thoughts. Every night I hide from him. Wish I could rest my soul. That's not useful. The talisman. Numbers look less than 100 years old. Glass finish. Commonplace book. We're just looking for numbers. That's the same thing. Talisman schematics. I was looking at the wrong fucking clue. Because this one was glowing. Damn it. 3 numbers needed to span the bridge. 3, 5, 8. Alright.
It's showing something. Place? Where is that?
Showing something. Damn. Open up.
Detective, I was wondering when you were going to show up. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. I understand you are working for Jeremy Hartwood's niece.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're not wrong. We came here for her uncle. I just didn't expect... I didn't expect this. You are Dr. Gray, right?
That's
Good
right.
acting.
You don't happen to have some identification, Detective. I'm not keen on having strangers prying into my business.
So I just appeared here? Is this a
Detective
flashback
Edward
or
Carnby, Decatur Street,
is this the
New
present?
Orleans. Enjoying the view carré, Detective?
Where I go
Those
from
are the French quarters,
you know,
the
a seance
voodoo
parlor
people,
to
the
a
gangsters.
psych office.
I'm sure you live an exciting life.
Well, it's not quite like the stories, Doc. Just trying to make a living.
Aren't we all making a living? Well, welcome to the
I think the fun part is walking around the
Your time
manor.
here will be useful.
I kind of don't care about these
Now, what can I
cutscenes,
do?
which is weird because I'm a story gamer.
Why don't you tell me
And I
where
was
to
thinking
find
how
Jeremy
like
Hartwood?
Heavy Rain and
Why wouldn't that
House
make
of
for a short
Ashes
visit?
are much
I
more
wish I could
straightforward.
tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know.
So it's quote unquote less
drink,
gameplay, but it's
Detective?
faster
Anything
paced.
brandy.
Same with Uncharted also.
You do
Run through the
belong in
gunfights
the
and then
French
run through the
quarters,
cutscenes.
Detective. Armagnac or cognac?
Yeah,
This
just
kind of
give me
game that
cheap
makes you
stuff.
wander
I'm
around.
not
I'm
much
wandering
of a
around
connoisseur.
for the game, like the clues
Having
and the
low
fighting.
standards
I
is
don't really
not a
want to wander
virtue,
around for the
Detective.
story. And then you
me
stumble
see if
into
I
a
can
cutscene and it's
bribe
like,
your
oh, I was just
respect.
looking around the
What can you
house.
tell me about Jeremy?
I wouldn't want to go into details about his condition. Doctor-patient confidentiality.
So that's his
I'm sure you understand.
her uncle's psychologist.
But he is crazy, and he's gone missing. Why?
Here, try this.
Ooh,
Martini.
good.
He gives that to all his patients.
Got a bite?
Maybe a
It's called
roofie
a
for
sidecar.
certain
The
ones.
trick is not to be afraid of the tartness of the lemon. Then, for goodness sake, don't overdo the triple sec.
Okay. What can you tell me about Jeremy?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man.
This is boring.
Constantly
I'm just
worried
gonna
about
admit
events
it.
not presenting themselves according to his model of predestination. He complains about things not being carried out in the right order, and that some things simply shouldn't be.
It's like
Is any of this
it's a weird way
helpful
to wait for the
Not really.
story
I was hoping for some direction where to
to
look
be told
next.
to you, you know?
I'm sorry. I have nothing for you then. You should talk to my orderlies. They have been looking for him for a while now. I'm sure they would appreciate your help.
Yeah, I ran into Batiste earlier. Come to think of it, he might have given me a lead.
Oh, excellent. So your investigation is already underway.
So Batiste was the guy in the shop, I
I'm gonna
guess.
go.
And he gave me
I'm
the
sure we'll meet
talisman.
again.
All these cutscenes
Looking
are
forward
telling
to
me
it. Safe
the
returns.
story through the dialogue. They're not showing me a bunch of stuff happening. So, like, in Red Dead or in even those like House of Ashes games or Dark Picture games, there's a lot of action that they show you in the cutscenes. Characters are
Detective
doing
Carnby,
things,
How did you...
heaving
Where
events
did you go?
happen.
I was just talking to Dr. Gray.
You disappeared.
No, it's not what you think. Have you found anything strange going on here?
Yes. Everyone is being incredibly evasive and I can't figure out why.
No, I mean something you can't explain. Paranormal, even.
Detective, I really need you to get yourself together. I can't do this alone.
Forget it. I'll figure it out.
So what is her profession
Do you
if
want to
he's the detective?
No, I want to try something. With this talisman, I think I can follow Jeremy to the place he mentioned in the book. What was the name? Do you remember something Spanish? Tarawea. Yeah, that's where I need to go.
Detective, are you gonna be all right?
Yeah, of course. Go talk to Dr. Gray. We'll rendezvous later.
So he's getting like sort of visions. Not necessarily visions, but it's like an intuition. He's getting intuition about how we can investigate Jeremy using the clues he's finding.
Brought me back from the French Quarter in the blink of an eye. If Jeremy can travel so easily, then he could be hiding anywhere, even Tarawea. If he can do it, so can I. I just need to figure out how the talisman works.
So now I'm back here. So let's imagine, open the map. Map's been updated with information and unsolved puzzles. Hey, great. So where did I go to get through here? And we're in the manor. I may have a new key. I came from that area.
I need the key.
And I don't have the key. And then I came through this aisle. And I hit the cutscene. And then we went upstairs. Alright. And that's the front door. He's not going to walk out. So we're in the mansion. Okay. I think that walking around the house and looking for clues and getting a map of this place is the fun. I don't think that watching the cutscenes is fun. It just seems really slow, and you don't see a lot of things happen. And they're really telling you the dialogue. Alright, so his key works. And did I go through that door? I came from that door. Right, little ominous music. A clue.
Oh, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did
Sabotage
it.
pieces. Take a
They have
look in
something
the...
to do.
Yeah, okay. This is a no clue run. I need the pieces.
Saw you notice in the boiler room.
The valve in the
should
wine
know, Mr.
cellar.
Chief.
I mean, here's why these clues are kind of useless. I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna look and I'm gonna pick stuff up. So I don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me like, hey, that piece you're missing in the other room, it's in another part of the house. Go pick it up. I know that. I know that. This is what I need, the key. I need the key. Lenape, a clue. Patient files. What do you want me to show? R1.
Looks like all the patients are accounted for. There's no way I can get into this thing. Better leave it alone.
There's no way I can get in. Better leave it alone. All right. So he's telling me. He's telling me some useful hints here. Doesn't work. What about this? What's in here? Didn't I follow her in here? That goes out there. Okay, I haven't been in this room. Any clue up there? Hiding her shame. Locked. I can't just force my way through. What happens if I just run into this door? Nah, you have to press X to open it. Maybe it's like a loading trick. And I want to go upstairs. This is what I like, walking around. Well, and he made sculptures of the monsters. You see how we're naturally discovering little pieces of the story? He's making sculptures of these monsters that he's seeing in his mind. He's going mad.
This must be the clock that Jeremy wrote about in the common tongue. Looks like the
that
plate
D's
that held
key.
the talisman in the seance room. But it's broken.
Oh, room key 6. Wait, so I have multiple keys? What is room key 6? So I have 2 keys. Alright.
Yeah, sorry, Detective. Didn't mean to obstruct justice or anything.
That's fine.
Wow, it's a long hallway.
I'm kind of busy with my own case of a missing person. I was wondering if you've seen Gray.
I'm not interested. Every time they start a cutscene, I think, oh, this is boring. You took me away from the game
I'm looking forward.
where I was having fun exploring, and he introduced this boring-ass character.
She's just hiding somewhere. But we can't have a rascal like that running.
Stupid accent. Always like, who cares?
Well, I haven't seen her.
Well, let me know if you find her. I'll be around.
Just get hammered early.
Writing
Writing bad poetry.
Jeremy.
Toying with a shotgun.
Scratch my back, detective, and I'll scratch yours.
So let's go back this way. Let's see what's around here.
I need the key.
So so when he says I need the key, I guess that indicates that I don't have the key yet. But when I interact with it, it brings up this menu, and I have some keys, none of which work. I wonder if there's a better way to do that. When I have the key, it'll probably select it automatically. Let's go into all these rooms.
Looks like everything's back to normal.
So this was his room. This was his room. Clue.
Emily's here.
Okay, so that girl drew a picture. I guess she drew a picture for her uncle, don't you think? Don't you think Jeremy told the little girl, hey, if you ever need to communicate with me, draw a picture, right? I would imagine, right? Draw a picture for me, and then you can communicate me in the nether realm, you know? Why else would she do it? So this is fun, exploring the house. Because it's like a mystery. I don't know what I'm going to find. And walking around does feel good enough. Good motion controls go such a long way, especially in modern games. That door's blocked. I wonder if, like, the way now it's daytime, and I'm kind of in the house with everybody else, I wonder if that's our hint to know there's going to be no enemies. But then maybe when night sets in, that's the way the game hints to the player, okay, now get ready, there's going to be enemies you might encounter. Set 6. So he doesn't say anything when I got to that door. He doesn't say, oh, I need the key. I have the key.
Huh. How eccentric.
Whoa, what?
These paintings got some grim-looking rot on them.
Oh, this is a puzzle. Which one want to flip over? Grim-looking rot on them. What is that, Brian Gumphrey? Complete the shape with the rot in the paintings. Complete the shape. Okay. Complete the shape. What does that do? But it shows their names. So are the ones who are flipped... Look, the ones whose names are flipped, are they dead? And the remainder are alive?
A starving artist colony. I remember hearing about their disappearance. Must have been...
Will I need to
Perosi's
remember how
journal.
to get them out again? They are locked up for good reason. I am sure she is still able to whisper the answer in the ears of the wrong people. But not...
See her burn long enough, the black goat will be sacrificed. No more Durcito, and sadly no Astarte. There's good pirates in Pontchartrain, but they may set sail. I don't know what you're talking about, lady, but... Because I like this environment.
What are these symbols? Looks like alchemy or star constellations.
So I'll read the clues for the little, look at this
did it.
clue.
I crossed the threshold to
Hateful
my
mound
intended
outside the
destination
oil
with-
rig. Okay, so what I can do is I can hit this, the map, and then I can look at where I am. Look, solvable. Well, it's solvable because I can, you know, it's solvable because I can put the number in, but I don't know what the number is. Because you have to look at every clue when you pick it up. It's mandatory. When you pick up a clue, you can't close it like the Lenape. But I don't know what that number is. And then it's like, would you want to look around for the number? Or would you just want to pop this, oh, what's the number again? And then, you read in a clue that it says 1984, and so then you're like, oh, okay, 1984. And you just, you're like, this is how gaming is so, that fine line between the experience for the player and the game for the player, where it's like, I'm in the room. I see a context-sensitive action. I look at it. It's a symbol. I want the answer to put in the symbol to unlock the thing, to get the thing. And it's like, that breaks the fiction of this detective in the story looking for clues to solve this mystery. And it's just me, the gamer, trying to like twist the wrench on the game mechanic. You see what I mean? So like when the point of the game and the experience of the game is to pretend to be this detective. You're suspending your disbelief and falling into the fiction, and you're pretending to be this detective. And you want to be him investigating. The game's got to be him investigating. It's tough. I think art is not so tough, but game design I think is tough. So there's one clue, but it says it's solvable. With the symbols on the wall. Let's look around some more. Did I check there? That's locked too.
I need the key.
So I have nothing other than once you use a key, it's gone. So I had the room 6 key and it's gone now. Let's go some more places. What's down here? This is downstairs. That's locked, but I can go out here. L3 to sprint. But didn't I, haven't I been here? And I can fall? It won't let me fall, but it will let me go down if I use the ladder. Okay. Objectives. Try the keys you got from Batiste. What was down in that corner? And then you immediately want to look around the room, right? So I don't want to like open the door and look in the bottom right corner where I just walked through and then get ambushed by some guy.
Lost Plantations of Louisiana. Thierry Briclot.
See, look, we're looking for white highlights, and there's nothing. I'm not fucking reading that. I'm not reading that. I came through there and tried the key. That's what I wanted to say. So we went into this nether realm and got the key in this vision, but now I have the item in my real life. So I went into visions to get items to use in this game. Ooh. If I could break into there. Fire poker. But now they're giving me a weapon. They're giving me a weapon in the manor, which means I'm going to have to fight enemies in here.
It's wedge shot.
Wedge shot. I wonder what that means when there's a wedge. Why can't you just use the poker to get rid of it? A little bit of a jump scare. Chain door. I told you, I said they're giving me this weapon. Bolt cutters. And another weapon. I can't dodge or dash. And another weapon. Debris weapon. Alright. They're giving me a lot of weaponry in here. Tools. Sets of keys.
What happened? Everything's normal again?
And now I'm gone. But I have this other poker. What happened? Everything's normal again. So it's deciding when I go back and forth through these realms in order to change the shape of things. But I've been through here before. Yeah, there's a lot of stuttering. Use the bolt cutters. There's a lot of stutter, and then this is stop motion characters in the cutscenes.
Got it.
Got it. Water hose, key item, and then a hatchet. Like, they give me 4 different Okay, they gave me 4 different melee weapons. Find a way to reach the broken plate inside the well that I've seen. You know,
this can't be real.
That I've seen before. Garden hose. I have the hose. So it fills. Why don't I turn on the hose? Why don't I turn on the water in the hose? The steam boilerplate. I mean, there's a lot of hints, but even if all the hints were turned off, there would still be the context hints. And then is that for the boilerplate or is that for the clock? And I guess once you get a clue, you should just not even explore anymore. You just go back. But I have Baptiste's key. So let me look at the map. Because it's going to show me what doors are locked. It's going to show me what doors are locked. And it's going to show me where I explored. And versus completed. But I mean, obviously the stuff that's not completed, there's a puzzle there or a door there. So it's really just if you get lost. And then there's that one puzzle in the room. But I mean, I can solve it because I can put in the numbers. But I don't know what the numbers are. Or what the tiles are. So how badly do I want to run back and forth around this spot? I do have this key still. So it's a question of... So they're going to lock off spots I don't need to go back to. And it's a question of, now that I have his key, is it really going to let me through a lot of these locked doors in the house? But you could check the map. You could check the map and say, no, I don't have that. Okay. So what do I have? I have the tile piece. Because I'm going to get lost and kind of forget like where I was. So let me see if I can put this tile piece into the clock. Where else was there a puzzle? Broken plate. So now, astronomical clock. X does nothing, circle does nothing. So I can't, so I put that piece back, but, you know, meaning what? Oh, what the tile view looks like? Don't you think that I should be sliding it around? There's one more piece. Try and break that symbol? I mean, I guess. Where would I get the clue to try and beat this symbol? Because it's got to be for something. It can't be random. Like, there's a lot of selection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 6. And I put this on. Wait a minute. Whose name is it? Multiple names. All right, we're getting somewhere. William, Franklin, and Nora. So, what do you think? It's 2, 3, 6. What's number 1? What's number 1? William, Nora, Franklin. Well, that doesn't help me because there's 9 people. So, William, Franklin, Nora, 2, 9, 4. That doesn't help. There's no 9. There's no 9. William, Franklin, Nora, 2, 3, 6. Well, what's 6? William, Franklin, Nora, but that's 2, 9, 4. Fuck. We'll use the obvious 2. No? Fuck. Let me look with L1. This is solvable. Objectives. Wow, there's a lot. Complete the shape that... Find Jeremy, Perosi's room, Dercito. Cross-reference the names of the artists to get the numbers. Cross-reference the numbers with Perosi's journal to get the symbols. So 294. Perosi's journal. Well, how do I know what 2 is? 2, 9, and 4. What's on the other side? That's 3. That's... 9 isn't shown there. I see Aries. What is the rest? I see... I gotta fucking... Look how close I gotta get. Aries? Taurus? To get the numbers. Well, let's just get the symbols, and then we'll put them in order. 2, 9, and 4. Well, what's 2? Here, because look, is 1 Capricorn and 4 Aries? That would make sense, right? 4 should be Aries because it's the 4th month. So 2, it should be the birds, Aries, and then what? 9 is Virgo, but that doesn't make sense. Because there's only 6 symbols. There's only 6 symbols here. What does he say? To get the order. To get the numbers. 294. Complete the shapes. Cross-reference the names. Cross-reference the numbers. Look. William, Franklin, Nora. So it's 2, 4, and 9. 294. So then now here. Look, I'm a puzzle god. You would think 12 starts here and then it'd be 1, which would be Aries, but that doesn't make sense. So what do we have? What symbols do we have? What is the 2? Gemini, Taurus, Aries. Let's try and figure this out. What do we have? Aries. Is that So we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini. What other symbols? What are symbols are there? Taurus, Gemini, and then what? And then what? Then they skip Cancer and go to Leo. Well, what does that mean? Wait, she wrote it down there. Look, 10, 11, 1. 1 is Aquarius. So Aries is 3. That doesn't count. So Pisces, Taurus, and Libra. What are the symbols? So Pisces, should be that. Pisces, Taurus, right? But this is wrong. How is it not that? 294. Puzzle God. Got it. Broken plate. So what, for the boiler room? Hey, I think this game's getting pretty cool now. Oh, it's damaging me. It's damaging me. Is there still more? There's still more. I think I've seen this somewhere. What the heck is going on? Well, that's all in the corner, so how is that going to be different? Like, that is clearly not right. Look, you can't adjust. How does that make any sense? You can't adjust the, Wait, now I can... You can adjust everything but the centerpiece.
There was something in the commonplace book about this.
There is something in the commonplace book about this. Well, let's go to the book. Something in the commonplace book about this. This is becoming a full clue run. There was something in the commonplace book about it. Toggle pages. Toggle pages. Battered boiler. Old upstairs clock. Let my talisman take me there. The housekeeper. A miscarried contract. What is this? How did you first come to understand such? How did you know the battered boiler blank would lead me to the cemetery? The old upstairs clock with astronomical motifs would take me to the hateful mound outside of Claire. These are my memories, my past. Let the talisman take me there. Okay, but... Can I rotate the pieces? Rotate. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, this doesn't make any sense if I can't fucking shift this shit. Duh. I think that's there. Yeah. There we go. I bet you these corners don't need to be... Well, maybe. No? What about the cracks? What about the cracks? They look right. No? Select piece, move marker. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good to me. What else would you move? I don't think I would do that. I think I would do this. Oh, the corners are wrong. Well, I know shit the corners are wrong, but, I mean, come on. It's broken. I mean, how close do you want it to get? It's broken. I'm pretty sure all these pieces are correct. Look, the gold. I can't imagine the corners are the pieces that are fucking wrong. These cracks look weird. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Let me look at the map. Let me look at the map. Solvable? Any new doors? Any new doors? The boiler room? So it's a puzzle, but it's not solvable. This is solvable. In the clock. The attic. There was somewhere else. How do I see what items I have? How do I see my items? I don't need any of this. Those are my clues. Find the boiler mentioned in the commonplace book. Repair the decorative plates in the astronomical clock. So I know the boiler room. I don't get why this is wrong. Can I rotate the whole thing? Everything seems right to me. To my four eyes. That's right, that's right. It's just these corners. Is there a hint for the corner? Like, I can't believe that it's the corners that would be wrong. Do you see any like, I'm trying to look at the other symbols that are down here. Like, you gotta make the cracks line up? I mean, come on. It says solvable. What about up top? Does it show anything up top? Or inside there? Let me go down to the boiler room. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. All right. Exploring the manor with puzzles. I like that. Where was the boiler room?
I need the key.
I need the key. Where was the boiler room? The boiler room. I'm not gonna remember how to get. I'm not gonna remember how to get there looking at a map. I want to go downstairs. I want to go downstairs. But that's locked. I could have sworn there was another door there. Can't I go outside? Yeah. And then I got freaked out. Right. All right. I'm puzzling. I'm puzzling. So far, so good. It's getting fun. It's getting fun exploring this manor. And putting it all together. This is the game. The mansion. This is the game. That's the bathroom. That's unopenable. I think, what's with this clock? All right, boy, it's not optimized. That's is this the boiler room? Did I come down here? I never came in here. Piece of plate.
I saw a piece of the plate that Liza broke. I think she's been
Looks like the one on display in Cassandra's room. All right. I missed that clue.
Like the other one, it's broken.
Repair the decorative plate in the... What? Yeah, repair that one, I know. Looks like the one in Cassandra's room. So I missed that clue, but... Where is Cassandra's room? Whoa, new cutscenes. Did I never go down this hallway? So see, this is why I don't want to get too caught up with these puzzles. Because you could wander around more spots like, oh, I never went in this room. I never grabbed this shit. I think I did go in here before, though. This is the kitchen area in the tutorial.
What are you doing in my kitchen? I assure you. No,
I'm sorry.
Promise you. Mr. Hartwood is nowhere near my kitchen, and neither should you be. Don't make me kick you out of this house.
Sorry.
Now get out!
Yeah.
Can't get back in. I wonder if that's a creative way to keep you from getting into a room, so it like relocks. And then remember, there were some doors that I got into, but it gave me a hallucination. So I may never have really explored it in reality, only in a dream. Only in a nightmare. That's the boiler. Alright, so that's the boiler. I still have the axe. What about these wedges under the doors? In Cassandra's room. Looks like the plate in Cassandra's room. Alright. Was in it? Because remember, I go into some of these rooms. Like, didn't I go into this room? And then it was locked. And then I freaked out. And then I opened it. That's wedged shut. Well, what is this wedge? What do we use the tools with the wedge for? So there, it shows 5 tools and I don't have any. Okay. And then, the garden. Alright. What about this? It's just there. It's not really... Well, okay, so the clues are useful. because they give you the answer. But I mean, so what? Tell me the answer. So now let's see. It looks similar to what was in Cassandra's room. Look at that shadow coming from nowhere. There's a shadow, like there's supposed to be a window looking here that's nowhere. And it's locked private. So, Cassandra's room, I think that's a hint at the puzzle I already did. There, walk out there. I gotta go to this clock. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just want to run around a little bit more. You know? Being in this environment is kind of what's fun. That's closed. You know, retrace my steps a little bit. Nothing down here, okay. Anything could be out here that I missed. They had this enormous, like, listen to those whispers. Look at this. Who has an enormous, tree in their own house? With the greenhouse? So I kind of just want to go back through and see if, yeah, I missed anything, because you're going to get tools. You're going to get tools, and then you're going to get keys. And sometimes I like to, you know, manually retrace my steps. And then that door is locked. Okay. And then that door is locked. So the clock puzzle is the only thing I can do. I can't get the corners right. I mean, there should only be 3 ways the corners should go. It said something like, the symbols look like the pictures in Cassandra's room.
Need the key.
Locked door, need the key. There's a bunch of key slots I don't have. Just retracing the mansion. What about this? That's the bell. That's the door. What about this? Remember, I went in his office, and then I had the hallucination. It's locked. Okay. It's locked.
I need the key.
I need the key. Cassandra's room, the symbols. Let me look at this, right? This is becoming a full clue run. Talisman, the broken plates, the pieces. Take a look at the well. Yeah, to get them, though. The valve from the wine cellar. Okay. The talisman. Yeah, okay. Lost plantation. Commonplace book. But he has so much shit in here. Lot's diary. And me. Patient directory. What does that show? Oh. The symbol. Patient files. I don't know if I need this stuff. So wait. This is like a home for the insane. Is Jeremy one of the... Let's look at this. Patient files. Cassandra is one, the woman. Grace is the kid. Malcolm, the guy. Elizabeth. Wait, maybe we met her too. Maybe Elizabeth's the woman we met. And then Ruth. Or maybe she's the girl who's cooking. I don't know. Emily's here. I must return. Pieces of plate. Look like the one on display in Cassandra's room. Eyesight fuzzy. But here's the thing. What does it say? She chucked it into a room with the tools behind the boiler, and I left it there. But I think I solved that already, because there was the puzzle piece in his like room, the sliding puzzle piece that went in the box. And then there was the piece in the well. That's the door I can't leave yet. And then there's the piece in his room for the clock. And what happened when I went over here? It's locked. Let me go back here. That's locked. Alright, alright. I'll say it's a bit more gamey than, what was the one game? Banisher's Ghosts of Whatever. It's a bit more gamified than this. So this is Cassandra's room, and I got that. That's what she's talking about. I guess. That's what she's talking about, I guess. It's just this clock. Alright, we'll figure it out. I think the corners are wrong. I'm almost certain. What's behind there? She's got a little hint behind there. Boxing gloves. And I like how as I'm roaming around, everybody else just disappears. And then that's his room, which is totally fucked up. The trunk, I have no key. But you can find... So it shows explored but not completed. Decorative plate, repair decorative plate and boiler. Claims it's solvable. I wish I could see a diagram of it completed, right? How do you think that this is wrong? Like, how am I fucking wrong? It's clearly right there. Let's switch these bottom ones. And then no. And then no. Like, look, this is here. It's not either this way. Okay, so then we'll put this one here. Unless there's something else wrong. I mean, that's every combination of the corner. Unless this doesn't go here. Wouldn't you imagine that goes there? You can't move the center. You can't move the center. You think those were wrong? They do map out. Could this go anywhere? No. You think those were wrong? Those were wrong. What the fuck could be wrong then? You think those pieces were wrong? It has to be like that, right? Look, and there's a golden branch on the corner of this, and it fits right there. Puzzle God.
I think the clock broke. Maybe it just stopped at a very precise place.
I think the clock broke. Or maybe it just stopped at a very precise piece. Ah, shit. What does this mean now? Switch the disc. Give me a hint. Find the talisman numbers hidden on the astronomical clock. Find the talisman numbers hidden. Yeah, okay. Talisman numbers. What clue am I using here? Pieces of plate. Doesn't she... It shows... $294, right? Ah, here. Oh my god. I think the clock stopped. I see a 3, I see a 6, and then I see 4. The largest small, okay. The largest 6. 643. All right.
There's a picture in the black glass. It's showing me something. It's the hallway outside Jeremy's room.
The hallway outside Jeremy's room. The hallway outside Jeremy's room. And then they aim the camera at where I need to go. Click to turn the flashlight on.
Made it. I entered another one of Jeremy's memories.
Alright, so pretty cool. So he's like... It's exactly like you said. All these objects are kind of drawing out memories that So Jeremy's having these like crazy-ass vision, fever dreams. And the detective is kind of having to relive these dreams just to explore and get clues. But this is all to find the crazy guy. What if we all just say, you know something? He's crazy. Fuck it. He's in another dimension. I mean, he's going to die anyway. What's the difference? He's going to die anyway. What is the difference? You know? Let's just go get some pizza. The game's getting cooler as I'm playing it. I will also admit that. It's getting way cooler. Because I like exploring these places and getting the clues. So see, that's the fun, exploration. You know? No survival horror and no cutscene dialogue. Push this chair out of the way. And using the clues to solve the puzzles. There's nothing in there. Give me that pistol bullet. I'm reloaded. Right. I see a wrench in there. A
May
clue.
1923.
Tempering causes large spills. Bridge from the oil tower to the bayou. Locked door.
I need the key.
Need the key. Let's stick to the right. I'm tempted to shoot it, but there you go. Didn't want to waste one piece of ammo. I can't climb up there. No climb zone. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of better than like this shitty, what was that one game? Darker Skies or whatever. It's like better than a shitty third-person, you know, indie horror game. Boy, they really couldn't optimize it though. That's kind of a bummer. Wow, you got a lot of gear here. Okay, that unlocked. Key item. Alright. The jetty key. You can hear them.
There's something missing.
Something missing. I have to come down from the top to grab that. Alright. Items can be thrown to distract enemies. Yeah, we know. I can't go around there? But I do have a key. So let's see if that works in a locked door in here. You kind of have to look, like, kind of need to zoom in. There you go, L1 to zoom in. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's better than detective mode. L1 to zoom in. Hatchet and pipe. And that's to drop down. I don't want to drop down though. I like it. It's really creepy, like the red and blue color scheme. Or the red and green. So I have the piece for the piece for the bridge now. So what do you think? It's gonna show up. Can I get up there? Yeah. So what is that? It's a monster, but it's also like an alligator, sort of. Bridge lever. It worked. As long as it's not beyond me. What happened? I guess I should keep this on. Oh, I don't want to fall in there. I don't think they will let you fall. Piping. Okay, I gotta admit, it's useful when they show you exactly what items you could look at and pick up. It's just so useful. Drink. What is that, though? What is that, though? I saw another object with dialogue. Maybe I can climb back up that chain. Okay, maybe not. Can I go back up that way? For quick attacks. There was another, there's another item or weapon. Or okay. I kind of like the hatchet, but okay. There was another item up back there. Fuck. But I don't think they want you to go through that anymore. It's sort of like you're done with that previous part and they want you to move on to the next section. This is such a stupid weapon. Shovel. Maybe in hard mode or something you have like no ammo. Because they're giving you tons of melee weapons. And they break. That's what's so interesting. Why make them break? Items can be thrown to distract enemies. Yeah. That's true, they can, but there's only one enemy. I wonder, here's the thing. I wonder if it's worth using melee to kill these guys, because they're a limited spawn enemy, right? And you have all of these melee weapons around you, and the melee weapons have ammo. So maybe you should be wasting melee weapons to kill enemies and saving your bullets, because your bullets travel with you, and they're stronger.
Looks pretty weak. I just need something to break it.
Is there another guy here? So how do I get him to come up? See, look, he's pretty dead. It seems pretty weak. I just need something to break it. There you go. But there's no ammo counter for your There's no ammo counter for your weapon. It kind of looks like that game Back 4 Blood. Like, it just reminded me in terms of this like spooky, straightforward level with these monsters. I think it's getting better the longer that I play it. So let's ambush this guy. So I think I should be using melee. Because I can't keep all these melee weapons with me, but my ammo I gotta conserve. And you have a limited ammo holster too. Object to throw. I don't really need to throw anything. You can hear them. So they're coming in the ground. How do you make them pop up? Maybe if you shoot them in the ground, it'll make them pop up. I don't want to go that way. Press X to sidle through. Oh, fuck, so now you have to. Okay, so that's what it's for. Get the ammo back. But I mean, if you're not going to be able to carry... If you're not going to be able to carry... You see what I'm saying? A lot of ammo. You may as well spend that too. I don't think in a normal difficulty you really need to worry about conserving anything too much. What did I get there? Another little, optional thing. Yeah, or maybe even Evil Within. Kind of like wobbly melee hitting. But that game was straight up survival horror. This is more of a mystery story with a little combat to add some excitement, you know? Like I said, I'm liking it more and more because of the wandering around the level and kind of exploring and the puzzling. Press triangle to sneak. I don't fuck. I forgot that was a concept. Are there any other melee weapons? That I missed? I might want to run back and get a melee weapon. This is what I'm saying. Because there's a bunch of them. Yeah, give me that. Oh, this is the shovel. Well, I guess it's fine. Oh, I busted up the ore? Yeah, yeah. So now they're saying sneak. But I mean, he can see me, so it's like, what's the... Why sneak? Just hit him. Look, 3 melee hits. That's not the biggest of deals. Like, why sneak? Let's just fight. And so then that yellow thing shows what? It's at risk of breaking? Well, so what? But if you have no ammo, you're gonna have to sneak. I gotcha. You have no ammo, you have to sneak. But I do have ammo, look. I do have ammo, look. This is classic game strategy. This is what we would do in like the PS2 era. Run here, get the weapon, kill one guy, run back, get the other melee weapon, kill another guy. Run back. Run back. Get the health pack that you left here. Look at this, see? I got all this ammo for a reason. Look at all this melee ammo I have. This is classic video game strategy. No easy difficulty mode. You know? You're playing Resident Evil 4 with a flashbang, 2 pistol shots and a knife, and you gotta kill all these enemies. You gotta figure out how to get it done. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be sneaking, I forgot. Whatever. There's a spot over there and there's a spot here. Okay, I'll sneak. I'll sneak. It'll take longer, but I'll sneak. They're kind of trying to introduce this. Introduce this idea. This boring idea. Slow the game down. It finally got fast. I think it's okay. It's a mix of a lot of games that I like.
There's gotta be a way to get to the other side.
You know, can't help but compare it to everything else. Am I still sneaking even though I picked out the new weapon? And it doesn't make a noise when it falls to the ground. So I snuck right in front of that dude. And I don't think that I have the, oh, the lever's on there? Am I still sneaking? Yeah, okay. What about this ladder? It's burning everything. Okay, I'm balancing. I'm climbing. Are they burning? It sounds like somebody's shooting them. So I lit the oil well on fire.
Alright. Now what?
He said, alright, now what? Key item cloth.
Yeah, come on, Carnby. Wouldn't you rather fall to your death than go up in flames?
So what was that, It's a tool. Okay. Do I have a map out here? Your map is of no use. Look for Jeremy inside the hateful mound beyond the oil rig. Did I get anything? Piece of plate. Oil rig report. Tempering large spills. Bridge from the oil tower to the bayou. It's been sabotaged. Do you think that Jeremy lived on this estate and these are a nightmarish remix of real memories? Like, this really happened where the estate was set on fire, but he kind of is getting older and senile and is remembering it wrong and... Can I climb back down? I don't think so. Or can I? I'm dying. I'm dying. Why even let me climb back down then? You know what I mean? Like, maybe a lot of these events happened. Maybe a lot of these events happened and, they're horrible memories, but he's having nightmares about them, and it's all exaggerated, you know. What about this? I got the cloth, but I don't know what to do with it. That's pretty much every single clue in this game. I think Alan Wake was faster than this, but Alan Wake was a straight-up action game, basically, with a mystery story. This is an actual mystery game. I have the cloth. Can I, like, ride down that? What is the cloth for? Let me use my eyes and look. I have the cloth. Maybe I use the cloth to it's a tool to tamp down and interact with something on this. It's funny how I get lost. I'm bitching about all the context sensitive actions, but then I get lost by the simplest stuff, and all the clues and the hints turn out to be the most useful thing. Well, no shit, because they fucking didn't design it in a clear way. Wait a minute, it looks like you can jump down on here, doesn't it? Like, why not jump down on there and go across there? What's with... I'm dying up here. What's with the cloth? I'm dying. I'm dying. If I go down there, I die. And if I go this way, I die. Dude, I think I'm stuck. I got the cloth. What's that for? He goes, would you rather fall to your death or burn to your death? What's the cloth? It's a tool. View. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. I need to go somewhere else. I climb up here, I get the cloth. Then what? You have to be able to use it somehow. This blocks me off. I run around this. Can I slide? Yeah, I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I was like, I have to be able to climb down one of these ropes. He lets go to hold on to his hat. Wow. I still have my weapon. I have my pipe. He had the pipe the whole time. Yeah, when you're in a swamp, you can't run. Well, what the fuck? It ran away. I think it's a pretty linear path.
It's the hateful mound Jeremy talked about in his book.
It's the hateful mound Jeremy talked about in his book. I think it's fun so far. It's right on that line of like, the story's cool enough. It makes me curious enough. And the game is fun enough. Like I said, the mountains and the mansion and the clues
out of my face.
are what's cool.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm just a detective trying to find something called Tarawea.
You after Jeremy too? Why?
I'm working for his niece. She wants to make sure he's all right.
He might be unharmed, but far from all right. He's a curse upon Deseto.
Here we go again.
Quiet.
Oh, Christ in heaven.
Damn, so I fell through again. He fell through again. Let's see if he has any more tools. I still have nothing. But I have the box. I picked up the box. So he keeps going into these palette knife. Didn't enough to get inside the crack of a door. Okay, so he keeps... Look at this other
Reflections
clue.
on the power of the verb in certain texts.
Yeah, okay. Key items, sitting room. Boy, they really just give you all the... It's like... Go to the Nightmare Realm, get all these items, and then just throw you back. It's like... It's like backslash key item, you know, command prompt. Just put it in my inventory. I'm stuck. Can I get this gun yet? So let's see here now. I have a little door jam. Remove the wedges to access new rooms. Palette knife.
It worked.
It worked. It worked. But then I also have another key. You might as well just open the map and show me which door I can open.
What's this?
Cellar key.
The Barlow lens.
Fit into the bar lens for your instrument. Search for the position where your picture is clear. So the cellar key, that's by the chef's kitchen, but not necessarily the boiler room. And then this. I think I have everything I need. What does that mean? You don't have anything that you need. You don't even have the correct tool. But this is a all right, so that's a room. Telescope room. Okay. What else do I got? What is this? That's outside. Let me hit up the next door wedge. If I can remember where that was. It skips a lot. So let's see what's wrong. There's a lot of frame skipping and there's a lot of stop motion in the cutscenes. But when you're fighting enemies, it seems fine. So maybe they just did the cutscenes in 30 frames. I also have two keys. So, okay. I have two keys. I don't know what the sitting room key is. You can look at the map for that. What else do I have? A door wedge. Where was the other door wedge? I don't think it was up here. But I could be wrong. Maybe it was up here.
It worked.
Because there's two stairwells. And not the main stairwell that goes up to the clock room and the statues. There's two stairwells. Man, this place is getting big.
Detective Carnby.
How good of you to come. Let me pour you a drink.
What happened here? This place looks like it was hit by a bomb.
Welcome to the madhouse, Detective.
Thanks. Did the ceiling just collapse?
I heard it was something in the attic. Something that was supposed to happen, but didn't. How that could have such consequences is beyond me. The truth is, I don't know why the room looks like this. But I bet your friend Jeremy does.
You know where I could find him?
It'd be cool to have a nervous breakdown and just
Somewhere in his
go on a
past,
vacation
I
somewhere.
suppose. He keeps going on about that mysterious dark man. I think he is hiding from him. Or maybe he's with him. I can't really keep up.
And they're still smoking and drinking.
I don't worry much. Take a look around this room. You may think it looks spectacularly devastated, but I just think it's finally found its stride.
Yeah, push a statue over, get a blue crystal, you know.
Loonies. The same goes for the nonsense with Jeremy. In my eyes, we finally managed to match the wild ride inside all of us.
Well, I'm happy you find the evening so
Story's
harmonious.
really slow.
Hope you don't mind me setting things right. Jeremy's business, that is. This room looks beyond my capabilities.
Good luck, Detective. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah. Evening, miss.
I think the story stinks. I think it stinks. I think it's boring. It's like the boring kind of chapter book they make you read in 2nd grade. Alright, before I get all up in this room's business. So there is ammo in there. Give me that fucking ammo. So was that the sitting room that I needed? And where's this? Okay. And okay. Maybe if I need to come back here, I don't know. The cellar? I guess I'll just look here. A random trunk with too much ammo. Not really of any use to me. We need puzzle pieces. We need puzzle pieces. And a door. Is that locked? That's open. Now where does that go to? And have I been in here? Yeah, I think so. Yep. Okay. So that'll be useful if you have to come, you know, whether you need to literally go to those rooms or you just need to get across the mansion faster. Pretty useful. I'm not talking to these people anymore. They're boring. They're boring characters I don't want to get to know. Nothing in there. Push it open. All right. The real new area. Let's go up first. What's hanging there? A patient's bed? Is that supposed to be decorative? If I were a patient and you were kind of using your utensils as a Art Deco, I think I'd be a little freaked out. A little bit of a scuffle up there. It kind of has a little Evil Within 2 vibe. Hopefully it's a little bit better than that. The downstairs floor. So then that's another question. I wonder if you played as the girl, which she would be having different conversations with all these characters because she'd have a different relationship with them. They'd be, you know, speaking with her differently. But I wonder if she would be going through different areas And like, would she be going through these same areas having these visions? I don't think so. I think she'd be doing totally different stuff. Medicine box key. I wish I remembered where those places were. Like, what's the medicine box? I don't know. So you're gonna have to use the
There's more of that aggressive rot.
You're gonna have to use the map to
On the
know.
commonplace of evil.
Okay, whatever. Fire poker. I just got flashbacks to another game and I don't even remember what game it was. That happens all the time. I'll fucking have memories of games and I won't even know if I played it or if I watched somebody else play it. I just don't remember anymore. There's another door over here, right? Oh, it's closed. So then I want to go back to the stairwell and go further down.
I need the key.
Okay, I need the key. Yeah, I wish those doors would swing. So you could just stay in there. So I have a bunch of keys now. Do I have any pieces or tools? Any wedges? Check this cart. I'm good. So before I look at the map, why don't I just go downstairs? Because what my mind says, yeah, go to the cellar. My mind says go to the cellar. I still haven't fixed that fucking boiler room. Can I do anything with this? Not really. So what I want to do... What about this? She doesn't want me in there. This is what I want. What about this? Cellar key. I saw something through there. What's this? Circuit box. It's weird that the key list... Turn off the electricity to get to the valve. It's so weird that the key list is the same as the item list. Like, the tool and the key list are separate. That's so fucking weird. Switch. An electrical circuit breaker. So the circuit breaker I'm looking for is right next to the circuit breaker. And...
It worked.
It's right next to the circuit breaker. And they highlight it on the game screen so that I don't have to look for it. I can just pick it up. The valve. But where's the valve go? The boiler room. What's down here? Oh, the different weapon. Oh shit, I wanted the fire poker and it's gone. My melee weapon's gone. So they don't like the light. Can't you put the valve on here? So now the steam's off. It doesn't even matter what the It doesn't even matter what the shape on the boiler was. He's alive? Oh.
What the hell is going on? Where's the body?
Broken plate. I still need one more. I still need another one. Fuck. Well, I have 2 more keys. And I came down here. I guess I don't need to go down there anymore. So this is what I'm saying. Do you want to really look for the items? I guess they thought, you know, why backtrack through the whole mansion to give you the items that you need? What if we give you the dopamine of like, oh, here's an item to interact with. I need to find the item. Oh, here's the item, like, and show you the context thing. It's like, oh, just pick it up right here, put it right there. Boom, problem solved. It's almost genius. Like, damn, that puzzle's solved. Like, no backtracking required. So let me find out where these keys are useful. Because a lot of this stuff should be unlocked. Right. I guess check the map. What are my objectives? Alright. It's a scratch, not a pick. Repair the decorative plate. I know about that. Investigate the small parlor. The gun in the parlor. Okay. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Where am I? I'm here. Okay. Puzzle, but I can't solve it yet. Explored, but not completed yet. Drawing room. And then the office. But I don't need that yet. And I have a key to this door. So why not just go up? Just go up the steps? I went under there. Oh, do I have the key for this? No. No, I don't. Let's look at this map. I wish it would just open to the map. Because I unlock that stuff. Jumping back and forth between the map and the game doesn't really help me learn. Doesn't really help me learn the layout. This I now have the key for. Sitting room. Alright. I would have got there eventually. Was that better than just... So where was I, though? Just if I had remembered where there were locked doors, like I did with the cellar. But it also said the gun in the parlor room. That's locked. Isn't that the gun with the parlor? I don't remember. Where was it before? I was up top in the boiler room. Came back up. And then I guess that's the only way to get here. I don't know. We'll follow the map.
There's something missing.
There's something missing. Maybe the missing object is in this very room. And all I need to do is hold L1 and look for the circle to pick up. Oh my god. You know, they want to give the illusion of a
Why does she seem so familiar?
puzzle house. Yeah, but honestly, like Crow Country, and what was the other one?
Don't you worry, Grace. Go play your game. Bleat
Small
and
clue.
bellow with the...
Whatever. Yeah, Crow Country was like a real Resident Evil style. You know, walk around and pick up the item game. And the mix of combat and, you know, exploration and item finding and puzzle solving interspersed with combat. So all these people are nutcases. I guess. Just gonna smoke in front of a kid? Growing lungs?
What you got there? You drawing something?
Nothing special.
I think if I were playing this
I'm
by
just
myself,
bored.
I'd say it's pretty boring.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I'd probably get bored and just shut it
I
off.
remember you, Mr. Carnby.
From where?
Don't touch that. Cassandra wouldn't like it. She wouldn't like it at all.
Do you know where she is?
I'd rather not talk about it. It makes me upset. Besides, she'll be back after the Feast of St. John.
So we're in this... It's split between, like...
It's all on the page, Mr. Carnby. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
So the story's slow and boring.
All right.
And it's just not presented in a, like, fun way. Like,
go now, if that's okay.
I think
I
about
don't like to stay
Heavy
too
Rain,
long in the same place.
and I think
Mr.
about
McCarthy
Uncharted,
might
because it's
find
like...
me.
You have a strictly story game, and then you have a fast-paced action game, and both of them
Not
make you feel
everyone
like the
needs to be
story is
saved,
still
Mr.
fast-paced.
Carnby. You should know that by now.
And like I said, noir is a very slow genre. But like or LA Noire, I also thought was kind of a slow game.
It's another one of those strange padlocks.
Another one of those strange patterns. So then you just think, like, was the purpose of this game to revitalize Alone in the Dark and be this mystery house that you explore, get the items and walk around in, or was it for the story? Because the story is fucking boring and it's slow and it's just not presented in a way that's like you don't see things happening. It's just two people talking to each other in a room.
There's more of that rod again. Like it's guiding me to do something.
More of that rod again. Find the missing bottles. Okay.
Miss Beauregard.
Clue. Your medicine. Lottie's room. And then the bottle. Key item.
Bottles, then maybe I can make something out of this.
If I had the full set of bottle. I don't have the full set. I don't think I have everything I need. Another set of clues. Well, can I solve anything in here? No, they're both not solvable. Okay. They're both not solvable. What was that other game I played? The Raven. So The Raven was another game like this where it's kind of that type of literary mystery adventure. It's really for people that like literature. And it kind of had a sense of humor to it. And it was very straightforward. But that game kind of made you curious about the characters. And it was just a strict puzzle game. I don't know. I think, like I said, the puzzle solving and the moving is cool. But boy, I'm getting nothing from these characters. So what key do I still have? I have the medicine box key. Repair the decorative plate in the boiler. Find the combination for the lock. Find the keys to the medicine box in Lottie's room. I think I have that. So Lottie's room. Medicine bottle, small parlor. Okay.
Well, what?
What do you mean change notes? Lottie's room. Where can I look for that? Where can I look for that? Lottie's room. And I'm here. I could go down. I could go down. I've been in there, but I didn't know to look. Just go straight. I don't really remember where this comes through. Is this it? Oh shit, the medicine box key. Alright. Now where? If I remember how to get exactly back to where I came from. I wonder what the glitches would have been like. I mean, it probably would have ruined it. If I'd gotten pushed out of a wall by now, or fell through the floor, I'd be pretty pissed. Because it's not good enough to stick with and start over. And where is her medicine box key? In here? It's an empty bathroom. Maybe if I had all the medicine bottles, I could mix them together and do something. So move the bottles. Can I rotate them? That says 571. Select bottle. Yeah, rotate. This is what I'm saying. It says 1.
The rot made the shape of a snake. There must be something important to find here. Maybe it has something to do with the numbers on the labels.
Yeah, the rot made the shape of a snake. Maybe there's something important to find here. I see a 5 and I see a 7, but then the rest of them, they had stuff on the back of them, dude. They had stuff on the back of them. Look for the numbers on the bottom. I know that what the numbers were. When I could pick them up and rotate them, it said the numbers. Is that a 1? They all have the 1 on the side. I see the 5 and the 7. Wait a minute, the 1 says 2, right? 257. Okay. 257. It's another one of those clue boxes. 257. Maybe I could look in the Peer Away files. 257. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. So Pisces, Gemini, Leo. Pisces, Gemini, Leo. Broken plate.
Broken plate.
For where the boiler. What key do I have? I have no more keys. Investigate the small parlor. Let's look at this. Where's that? Small parlor. Where am I now? Yeah, boiler room. Alright, gotta go down there anyway. Alright. But it shows that there's nothing I can do in there, but it just wants me to look. Speed run it? Ugh. I have to go down these steps anyway. Wish it would open to the fucking map. So let's see. I want to look at the small parlor. Why do they keep saying to investigate there with the gun? I guess just because you can interact with the gun, but I can't do anything. I can't do anything yet. Wait, it's open. How did it open? Now we're talking. What made it open? I went to the dream world and opened it? You know, like, there's a key. We'll send you to the dream world and you'll come back with it.
Huh?
What? I'm locked in now. How do I switch my gun? Ah, I gotcha. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's drink a little bit. Another thing is the way that it changes shape is really, really bad. It always flashes where you know it's not exactly supposed to. Pickaxe weapon. And then it goes back to normal. Alright, but I have a gun. Now I need to go down to the boiler room. Is it underneath? Wait, is the boiler in there? Yeah, see? Alright, now a big puzzle. Can I rotate them? Okay. Okay, I gotta look. I gotta look. And you can rotate them. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, I gotta step up my puzzle game here. Ugh. No corner pieces. Match it to the corners. It looks like a barn. I see a barn at the bottom. Okay. I see the sun. Okay. Man, my eyes are fucking tired. I see these two pieces connecting, but I don't think they go up there. Oh, fuck. I see these two pieces connecting, but I don't think they go up there. Ah, shit. Oh my god. What do I see? We need to get the full image right, and then you can kind of rotate it around one way or another. What is this? Because I see the house. Hey, I see the rays. Where the fuck do you think that goes? Oh my god. And then I see the sun. Some of these middle pieces have to be here. Where do you think the middle pieces go? Let's connect this stuff. The rays from the sun. That looks good. Okay. You can see the lines adding up. Okay. Where does that fit here? Okay. What do you think? That looks good too, the cloud? I like this here. Okay. You like that for the field? There's a house down here, though. I like that. Wait, sort of? Okay, there's that. Maybe that's just a house. I kind of like that. Puzzle God! Puzzle God! What did it say? It's the same. I'm getting a fucking headache doing the same puzzle again and again. What did it say? Oh my god. Objectives. Find the talisman numbers hidden on the boiler. I have a pickaxe. I don't want that.
There's something missing.
There's something missing. Broken valve. What does that say? 579. Oh jeez, you could have fucking come up with some more clever numbers than that.
Black glass is showing another room. Must be a way to another one of Jeremy's memories.
Must be a way to another one of Jeremy's memories. Thank God for modern puzzle guidance. I never would fucking do this shit. Must be a way to one of Jeremy's puzzle memories. Oh fuck. Alright, let me see this. Must be a way to one of Jeremy's puzzle memories. It's like hurting my eyes looking around.
I knew it. I knew it would work.
Look for Jeremy inside the chapel.
Maybe a little too good at this.
Pistol bullets. Alright. I mean, it's a fancy looking environment, but... Well, it's a fancy looking environment with a shitty story. And some alright puzzles. So what made everybody not want to buy this for full price? So much so that the company went under. I mean, the bugs, I guess. I think that if the game was functional, it would have gotten a decent score. But because it was so broken at launch, no one could forgive them.
The Hartwood's family.
I mean, it's not good that it turned out that way, but it's good that consumers didn't, you know, reward them for making a busted product. There's nothing back here? Especially when you have so many other examples of games, like I'm saying, where it's like, you want a third-person shooter, survival horror game, you're kind of competing with top-notch stuff. I mean, Evil Within, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. There's kind of no room for error. And the same thing, you want like a noir mystery story, LA Noire, Heavy Rain, and then never mind, oh, you just want a fast-paced adventure? You got Sony, God of War, Spider-Man, Uncharted. It's like, if they want to argue that it's about this experience, okay, that's one of two things. You can't get to the experience of the story until you get past the experience of the game and the player. So if the player is struggling with the mechanics or struggling with, you know, bugs and glitches, it's not going to be so smooth that they can just enjoy, you know, Howard Darnaby and Dexerto Manor. Where's my light? Alan Wake 2. I'm never playing Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 1 was so enjoyable. Why ruin it? Wait a minute. Do I want to go up this way? No. No, I do not. Stay in the light first. Give me that. Key item. It doesn't go right here, does it?
No, what do we got here?
Oh my god!
Got it.
Oh my god! From here to there! Maps of no use here. Maps of no use here. Well, they say throw to distracted. It made me nervous that there's gonna be monsters. See, look. So then I think I should use my melee to fuck them up and save my ammo. I mean, if it's so easy, just hitting R1. Broken the last hit, so grab this then. Sledgehammer, cool. How come he's not running anymore? He like stopped running. I don't know what that scribbling is, if it's an autosave or if he's taken like notes. Lore notes. That item. I don't need it. What about my shotgun? It's reloaded.
Jeremy sketched this chapel in his book, so it must be important. Looks like I'll need more medallions to open it.
I'll need more medallions. Need all 3. Like, the thing about those Darker Skies and some of these indie horror games is they kind of just want to be all about the action. They only give a shit about the story. But then some of them have really good writing and voice acting. So you'll find some of the best stories in these like really shitty indie horror games. So I think that AA and AAA trying to spread themselves out and do so many things very well is missing the point of like a game where we're just going to do one thing really well. You want shooting, we got shooting. You want action, we got action. Because it's like all the story games that I like are just cutscenes and casual gameplay. And the action games that I like are no story. I don't want to sneak by him. What do you have? Another weapon. I think I'm good on my weapon. I just can't, you know, walk past a key item. Because what, I need 3 statues? But I mean, it's compelled me to keep playing this long. So what did it do right? It just graphically, it looks nice and it's kind of smooth. I think I'm going to chase this guy, and if he sees me, so be it. Like, I'm going to kind of follow behind him. I think I can sneak in here, yeah. Kind of reminds me of that Tomb Raider game also. I guess just all third-person games feel alike. Okay. I got a weapon, but now I'm in a new spot. Can I sidle through there? Yeah, I figured. And this is where I came out. Okay. Wait, what's this? Because you can kind of hear them, but there's a lot of ambient noise anyway. You don't really know if it's the monster or not. So, second disc. I'll just find it. It's easy enough. And then maybe I'll switch my weapon. Kind of reload my melee ammo. Dark Souls 3. What's the what's that fucking place? Cathedral of the Deep. That's like the only spot I don't like. Wow. I want him to set me on fire. So it only breaks if you use it a lot? Because look, it says it's not going to break anymore. So if you use it repeatedly, so there's really no need to reload your melee. You just have to kind of take it easy. I like that shovel though. There's a lock from the other side. That's where I just was. That guy burst out of here though, right? I think where this game wins is it makes me want to explore. So they did a good job with the graphics and the environments. And it's smooth enough where you're like, the action's exciting but easy, and the puzzles are interesting. I don't know. But the story sucks. That's a bummer. Select the medallion. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, though. How do I know? Something went wrong. Whoa. Something went wrong. What does that mean? My whole PlayStation gave me an error. What does that mean? Do I need more than 2? I thought I needed three emblems. But they would know that you would have had these. They would know that you would have had these 2 by now. I mean, I can't see myself finishing this because I don't care about the story. As opposed to Call of Cthulhu, where I finished that whole game. And even Thief I tried playing more. So it's sort of like the story is the motivation for me, and Ghost of Tsushima. I beat a lot of games, right? Where it's like, okay, we get the point of the gameplay, but I'll beat them to see the end of the story. I think this game is almost the gameplay's better than the story. So that's not enough of like a reward. From behind, spawn him in. Wow, there's a lot of them. Hang on. Wow, I'm fucking overwhelmed. What the fuck? There's too many of them. Gotta get out of here. There's too many of them. Gotta get out of here. That's kind of bullshit. There's too many of them. Gotta get out of here. And my weapon broke, of course. That's where I came from. So... I think I got out the right way. Too many of them. Gotta get out of here. I hope I didn't miss anything. Maybe that's like a fucked up thing where you missed you missed like a bonus item. But I got the third omen, the 3 medallions. I never sidled through that thin area.
Thank God that's over.
But listen, that's the 3 medallions. Well, wait a minute, though. Where's the map? Your map's of no use here. I went through the gate, and to the left of the gate, there was a spot to sidle through. Is it worth running back to find that? There are going to be guys here that I'm supposed to sneak past that I don't want to. Fuck it, I don't care. So I missed the Lenape. They tell you blatantly you can't get all of them unless you play both playthroughs, which is never going to happen. So which goes where? I guess they know where. No? I mean, they put them where they're supposed to go. Well, it almost did something. Don't you think that connects all 5 rings? Let me see a clue.
That can't be.
That can't be right. Let me see a clue. Use the pattern, medicine. Alright, they go some way. So it tells me where they go correctly. And this is how I had them. Wouldn't you think that they would go like this? Connecting all 4? Wouldn't you think? If they're not going to just be put upright? What do you think the gold would fucking cross over? Wouldn't you think that'd be it? Where's my hint? Let's go to the key objectives and look at the hint. Look for Jeremy inside the chapel. Yeah, okay, but there's no other fucking clue about the medallions. Fuck.
Right.
And there's maps of no use. Shit. I wonder what was through that fucking thin piece where I could sidle through. Shit. Move the marker, select the medallion. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know you could switch spots. Well, then switch them to a place. Yeah, where they're all upright. What the fuck? It put them in there for me. Switch them to a place where they're all upright. This is stupid. So I guess I care about Jeremy because Emily hired me to investigate him.
Jeremy, what are you doing here? Everyone's looking for you.
I know, it's all a big mess.
Why do
No
we
one
care what
understands.
crazy people
I'm
think?
just
They're
trying to
nuts.
keep evil at bay, just for a little while longer.
You've got to come back with me. Your niece is waiting at Derceto.
Emily?
Derceto.
Why would you... My little... Keep making it worse.
What is going on, Jeremy? How is any of this happening?
I made a terrible promise with someone.
The Dark Man. Who is he?
No, don't say his name. He can hear us. He's always listening.
Cthulhu? Beelzebub?
Jeremy, I need to understand what is going on.
I promised him everything. When the sun rises, I will be chained in his sunken desert temple for an eternity.
Why'd you promise that?
At least the evil about to awaken and Derceto won't harm anyone outside of that cursed place.
You're acting crazy, Jeremy. I want to help.
There's nothing you can do.
Then what's all the business about Teruea? Why did you want to go there?
I can't go there. Not allowed.
But you wanted to. Can I go? Tell me, will it help me to break your pact? Is there something there that would help?
It's like I don't want to find out what happens to these characters.
That's so cruel.
I keep thinking about Uncharted.
Okay.
How I
Sounds
could
like we're onto
not
something.
wait to see what happened next.
What should
Look out!
I can wait for that.
Behind you! Run! Don't let him take you! I've seen
My
so
clue.
many strange occurrences lately. Memories explode into existence and then burn out.
Yeah, alright. You're crazy. And a new key. Unlock Jeremy's steamer trunk. Okay. She's in her bed.
She's dead.
She's dead, but her body appeared?
She looks peaceful now.
Is that Jeremy's, you know, wife or GF? The steamer trunk. So the steamer trunk, where was the room? We'll just spoil it for ourselves. It's not showing anything. Where's Jeremy's room? Where's Jeremy's room? And where am I? The mezzanine. Jeremy's room. So it's right down here. Well, why not show me... That, isn't that kind of weird that it doesn't show... I guess it tells me the room that it's been explored but not completed. It doesn't tell me I have a key to an item, because it's not a puzzle. Barlow lens. Alright, for the telescope. Use the telescope in the drawing room to look for answers. And where's the drawing room? That's downstairs, right? Drawing room, yeah. See, with the map face, I can't really tell. I can't really remember where it is, but if I think about the layout of the level, I don't know why I've always been able to find my way through like 3D levels. maybe it was because I played deathmatch games and you had to learn the map. And that's kind of where I started learning how about level design and building. Where am I going? I can't tell where he's going. Where do I need to go? It shows it's on the same floor, but it's kind of... It shows it's on the same floor. If I run here... where am I? I'm further back. Okay, because that's a hallway. I never remembered that that's a hallway. Speaking of how well I remember levels... And then open to the fucking map. You go out here and around? Yeah. Aha. Find the talisman coordinates for Torello. It's actually really cool the way that they like warp you in and out, but it also is cheating that they just like warp you to another place and then right back to where the, you know, instead of placing the key or the item in the game, they take you to a mystery level to give you the key to put it back in the game. Another sliding puzzle? Alright. God damn. I'm getting a headache. Can I rotate? So I can't rotate this. Okay, no rotation. And it showed it was over there. Okay. Nine 4-1. Remember that.
Whoa, what's going on? It's dialing in something all on its own and it's showing the way to another memory? Where is that?
It's a dining room. It's a dining room. Right? There's that one lone dining room, right? Man. Talisman has shown that the gate will open in the dining room. Well, where's the dining room, though? Boiler room. It should be pink, right? Lots room. Sitting room. I gotta fucking look at and read. Kitchen, garden. Dining room. Alright. 'And then where's that in here, right? Aha. Whoa, look at that chair's fucked up.
Here we go.
The door will open up.
I'm glad to see you made it. I had my doubts, but the hope you instilled has yet abandoned me.
I guess this must be Tarawea. Who are you?
My name is Juan Luis Jorge, and this is indeed the convent of Tarawea. You'll have to excuse me, but Yermi never got your name.
The name's Edward Carnby. I'm a private investigator. You're not a patient, are you?
No. I'm the author of a book that Yermi once found important.
How does that work? Are you part of this memory as well? Is this even a memory?
I think calling me a manifestation of Yermi's subconscious would be more correct. And so is the convent of Tarawea. I'm a man Yermi has never met, and we are in a place that he has never been.
Okay. So are you here to guide me or something?
I have no more purpose than you do. I simply am. I will happily help you, of course, if I'm able.
If you are already somehow part of Jeremy, why did he want to come here? Isn't he sort of here already?
Yermi wanted to come here because it's a representation of his mind at peace. When Dr. Gray asks him to find his focus during his sessions, this far-flung convent is what Yermi imagines. He is under the impression that if he could physically come here, he would reach a perfect equanimity. A spiritual apotheosis.
You don't think it would work?
Yermi subconsciously knows it's just wishful thinking. He can't come here. Despite the pathways opened by the dark man between their Seto and Yermi's psyche, it's simply not possible.
But I'm here.
Indeed. It's a shame it's just another place for you, Detective. Otherwise, you could have become a Buddha.
Always a bridesmaid, never a blushing bride. Am I right?
Yes, I suppose so. You'll have to chase enlightenment elsewhere.
So what's the next best thing? What can I do here?
You should seek out the convent library and try to find the truth about Yermi's relationship with the Dark Man. It's the sort of knowledge he represses and is unable to reflect on.
Will it tell me how to break the pact?
Perhaps. At least you'll have something to confront Yermi with.
Wait, why can't you just tell me?
I don't know such things. You'd be better off consulting the text of Dr. Freud if you want such answers.
No thanks, I hate shrinks.
There is another thing you should know about the library. He is here as well. The Dark Man has been working his way through the text for a long, long time.
He's here? How am I supposed to get past him?
Be careful, Detective.
Oh, jeez, just perfect.
Alright. I think that's good enough. I would be curious to finish this a little bit more, but I think we get the point. As far as wandering around the mansion, I think it's cool, like I said, and grabbing the clues is also cool. And fighting's really not that bad. I mean, it adds enough action to make you want to press R1, you know, maybe aim and shoot. As far as Jeremy, this trope of the guy's insane, let's investigate his mind, I think we should stay out of his mind. He's out of his mind. So what? All those nightmare spots were his memories, and this convent is like his zen. Not bad, I guess. I mean, I'd be curious to play the levels more. I think the levels are what are cool. They definitely are architected well, and they look cool. And, you know, it's built well enough now. I guess they fixed a lot of the bugs. Like, enemies were pushing you out of walls. You couldn't pick up ammo. There was one key where it's like you couldn't reuse the key, even though it opened multiple doors, so you were completely locked out of the area. So they fixed that, but I mean, it's kind of like there were a lot of action games. Like I said this when I played Kazan. There's a lot of action games that just, they do the same thing or they remix the same thing. And so when I see this game, I see, okay, it's like, it's it really is a story game, but competing against Uncharted or games where they just make it so easy to get the story, or like Grand Theft Auto or something like Red Dead, the stories are much better written and much more interesting, where you're playing to find out what happens next. I'm kind of playing to find out, to explore the new levels and get puzzle pieces. I don't really care about Jeremy or Emily or Howard, or, you know, I don't really care. So if the game were built well and it released, would it entice more people to play it because they're like, hey, you know, it's you know, would it get the Resident Evil crowd? Would it get the third-person shooter crowd? Probably not, because it's not an action game. You know, it's kind of this story adventure game. So I think it's kind of in between genres, and it's not really exciting the way that some other entries are exciting. Uncharted and Tomb Raider are, you know, high-speed action games, shooter action games. That's not what this is. And then when you get like Heavy Rain or something that's like this, you know, mystery game, that's also pretty high speed. So maybe that's what I like. I like a fast-paced story. Ordinarily, you just have fast-paced action and the story is too slow. I think this game, it's a little bit, the story part's a little bit slow. You know, it's hot. You know, everybody just wants to sit. It's too hot to do anything. That's kind of like this story, but I don't know. I'm glad I waited to get it for free. Alone in the Dark.